Ready for a clap?
A boom clap? The sound of my heart. All right. Hello, everybody. I am Will.
And I'm Kristen.
And this is, how are we? We're good? Everything's turned on?
Everything's turned on.
Okay. Hello, everybody. I'm Will.
And I'm Kristen.
And this is who I'm watching RuPaul's Drag Race All Stars Season 6, Episode 9. Drag Tots?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Sure. This was a really lousy, really kind of phoned in episode.
I really didn't love the challenge.
It was an exceptionally stupid chat. Well, it was creative in seeing them
have to sew and create a character and a script and everything.
And given limitations outside of their own imagination. That part of it was creative, but the Drag Tots thing is exceptionally stupid.
Yeah, I don't. Why is it like Muppet Babies?
I suppose it's
not
like
my favorite.
I guess it's a real thing. It's on World of Wonder Plus or something. And it's like meant to be for kids, but also they're like, you got to know how to read. And like, I'm like, I don't know that toddlers understand the nuance
of shade and reading.
Yeah. We had a fun little mini challenge. They did All-Star 6 class superlatives. I like Trinity. I relate to Trinity.
I mean,
she was voted the most moody.
Yeah.
And she got mad about it.
She got moody about it.
Well, she starts the whole thing by being like, I'm a very sensitive soul. And it was like, if we know one thing.
Yeah.
It reminded me of when your husband Will had like the evaluation at work. And
oh, yeah. Well, for a minute I was like, he's going to edit this. And then I was like, no, he's not. And he'll never watch it. So
we also talked about it in front of him, but it was like,
oh, I know.
You were like, he's mad. And I was like, what's he mad about? And you're like, well, they got evaluated at work. And his feedback was that he was too quick to anger. So he's angry about it.
Quick to anger about it.
But Trinity took, I think that's what was in All Stars. Or maybe I went, or Untucked. Or maybe it was when I was in the bathroom. Did Trinity get mad at Eureka for voting for her? Did you see that?
No.
Okay, so that was what was in Untucked. That was funny. Basically, Trinity had a particularly Laganja Estranja moment where she was mad at them for voting her most likely to go home next.
Yeah.
And they had all voted for Eureka.
Yeah.
And she voted for herself to go home next. And when she remembered, Kylie was like, girl, you voted for you. Or it was like Ginger or something. She was like, I didn't vote for you. And so that was really funny. But so the superlatives were Kylie was voted the most likely to steal your boyfriend, the prettiest, and the most likely to have a sugar daddy.
Or apparently be a sugar daddy.
Well, she threw that one in.
Yeah.
Checked all around. Ginger was most likely to be president. Trinity was moodiest. And Eureka was
just like swept the
messiest, gassiest, bossiest, shadiest, and most likely to go home next. And Eureka took that shit in stride.
She did.
I think the thing with being able to handle jokes or critiques or criticisms or shade or reading or whatever is it can't touch a nerve.
Yeah.
If people are commenting on something about you that you don't like about you, it's going to upset you.
Yeah. It's that John Mulaney thing where it's like, that man's got feminine hips.
That's the thing I'm sensitive about. Yeah. And so, because like I play the game. Apparently this is unique to me because you're like, oh, that sounds terrible. But I just imagine myself competing in. And so I'm trying to imagine a reality where we're sending each other home. And I'm like, if I knew I did the worst, I wouldn't be mad at you guys if you voted to send me home.
But I don't think you would believe you did the worst.
I would. I have said, frequently, I'm like, I phoned that the fuck in.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm constantly saying that.
But that being said, I think part of these people's brains disintegrate when they get on this show and they just believe that everything is 100% good to go.
I mean, it is a series of mind games.
Like that episode of season 7, which is on the Patreon, check it out, where Trixie was like, I think I won. and she absolutely went home.
Trixie was delusional.
Yeah, I think there has to be an element of delusional.
I don't know. I like to, well, and again, I think it depends on if it's fair, because I used to be even more sensitive than I am now. And now I'm sort of like, what's the point? Like, what's the point in being upset about that stuff? And no, I mean, someone, it has to be someone. And because that's the other thing for me is I would probably pull a bin de la creme and throw myself under the bus before I would come in between. Speaking of which, we're jumping all around. It's kind of what we do. But I think Raja threw that lip sync.
I think she did too.
When they started playing Boom Clap, I was like, I don't care.
Oh.
Like, vroom vroom.
Spicy?
Like, after the after part. Like, I was like, there are so many.
Yeah.
And
Boys?
Boom Clap. And basically, Raja.
I mean, it's good, but they all just were like, boom, clap.
Raja and Cameron Michaels just did this. And then, like, Cameron did a cartwheel. It was real. And I mean, fair. I probably would have. My favorite.
But doesn't she have to reveal who she voted for next week anyway? Don't they do that in the
but at least she's not responsible for sending.
That's fair.
Unless it was Eureka. But even still, it's like she can still.
I mean, in total fairness, if they are going by track record, I think I would have sent Eureka home too, because she's not won a challenge.
I might possibly have sent Trinity because she has been in the bottom 3 times.
Yeah, it would have been tough for me between those two, for sure.
I like Trinity a lot, and I've enjoyed her arc on this season, but my queen's Kylie. It couldn't be more me. Like,
so I am on your team now that Eureka's gone, because she was kind of my dark horse, and I like wanted her to go far. But I'm on your Kylie team now because I although I do think Ginger is going to win.
I think this is Ginger's game to lose.
But I want Kylie to win. Mm-hmm. Like she's where I'm at now. Although Raja did amazing in this episode.
Raja's my second. I have the growth and the journey Raja's been on, and the warmth and the sense of humor she's displayed throughout this entire season has been great. I was surprised when she won. I don't really have an issue with it. We really jumped, like, we went right to it, but they had to do drag Tots. And again, it was exceptionally stupid. They had to come up with a name, a character, and a magical ability. And then they like record somehow, as we've gotten less and less queens, we're seeing less and less of the show. Because, like, we didn't see them record. Yeah. Like, we barely saw them, like, making the... And granted, they want to save the reveals and stuff, but they had to record a monologue, which, those things felt like 15 minutes each.
It was so long. Like, can we just, like, start tapping these bitches out at 30 seconds?
Just a hook.
It felt like minutes.
Well, because I know, so I knew we were in trouble when Rue walks the red carpet and this like aqua blue fringe can girl, like saloon girl.
It was like maybe my least favorite thing RuPaul's ever worn.
And then we cut to Michelle Visage from the head up flamenco, from the neck down Guy Fieri.
Yeah.
Like it was a mess.
Black was flame.
It was a mess.
I was going to say Harley Davidson, but your Guy Fieri was way better than that.
It was a flaming hot mess. So Ginger, I think Ginger did the best. She was Miss Terrelyn Dubois Devereaux DeBelle, and her name was Terabelle.
Yeah. Which
took me a second viewing to understand that pun. Eureka was Alexandria McQueen. She was a villain. It was a cute shtick.
I liked it enough. I liked her dress a lot. They also gave her very good critiques, so I get it. They
weren't the bottom at this point. I mean, it almost
there really isn't a bottom.
It's like spinning a wheel, you know. Trinity was fierce Felicia the feline. That one I actually think was probably the most creative.
It was the most creative, but I liked it the least.
It had diminishing returns for me. Raja was Icea Queen. Boldly, she was like a Hecatonchery, or those are the 100 arms.
Oh.
In Greek mythology, there's things that have 100 eyes.
Sure. Yeah.
And she came out like straight. It's like something like Heka, something like that. Because I think that means 100 in Greek or something. She was Icea Queen, and she was head to toe purple.
It was amazing.
I really liked the bodysuit with the disco dress, but even when Michelle commented that the bodysuit went into the shoes, because she was not about to make that shoe mistake a second time.
She was not, thank goodness.
Fucking...
Yeah, she's right there. She's
hearing, she's seeing and hearing what they're saying. And then Kylie was misbehaved. She seemed like she, by the skin of her teeth, pulled that out.
Yeah, and that dress was fucking cute. The little cap sleeves, the huge ass bow in the back, it was cute as hell.
The gloves.
Oh, I loved it. And also, I still am obsessed with her tattoo of Catwoman eating the Batman popsicle.
Well, there's also a Pink Ranger that's really...
Is it?
It feels, it feels on brand. And even her broom, she like weighted the broom, so when she stood it up, it stayed standing up. Yeah, I wish she had a magic bag. She mentioned it, but I don't know that we saw it. But yeah, so she was kind of my favorite. They also, I forgot to mention, they had to use the material from the fabric.com wall, which it's like, it's really nice that the show provides you with something, but it is a little bit like bottom shelf.
It's like not the best fabric.
It's a lot of lame.
Really, really sparkly stuff.
So in that regard, that part was interesting, giving them very sort of like...
Yeah, but then it was like, you have to record it and then like, do your
pantomime.
Pantomime your movements on the stage for, again, like you said, what felt like hours. And it just like, I don't know, that kind of shit always falls flat. Like if they could have, like, I don't know why they couldn't have recorded something up against a green screen for that and had it play like the pre-recorded stuff.
I wanted to see animation. I mean, they threatened us with a fucking cartoon, and then
there was like a fucking Bianca Del Rio cartoon
and Latrice Royale.
Yeah, I just am like.
So Raja won.
Yeah.
And we said the guest judge was Charlie XCX.
Yep.
They lip synced. Charlie enjoyed it. That's all that mattered.
The other 4 queens were all in the bottom this time too. And then I like gasped because Ru was like, Raja, you have to choose who goes home. And I was like, right now? It really struck me as sideways this time for seemingly no reason.
And so Cameron won, and we sent Eureka home.
Yep.
And it appears that the game that is afoot
will be next week.
And it seems like it's going to be a lip sync.
Yeah, I'm a little bored. I'm a little bored by that.
Well, and I think I know what happens. One of our fans, we love you. Hi, thank you. But also, she's said something several times, so I think I know who's coming.
Oh, okay.
It's fine.
Oh, I saw that as well. Okay.
So
I guess.
Rachel will be happy.
Yeah. I'm not mad about it, but I'm also
I'm gonna be my ass. Is that
what we're doing?
My ass is gonna be chapped if that person is now in like the top 3 or the top 4. I want to know what happens.
Yeah, that's gonna be a problem. Yeah, that's gonna be a problem.
Because I was kind of waiting for. I thought it was gonna happen sooner.
Yeah.
And I was waiting for like a Game of Thrones Council of Your Peers type situation.
Sure. Yeah.
Where
you
I would have
stop having ideas because they're always better.
I would have preferred if all the queens came back to vote for the winner. Do you know what I mean? So I think that's it. Like I said, we didn't watch I watched Untucked last night, but we didn't. It was kind of more the same.
Yeah. Well, you said it's just 23 minutes of them sitting around talking about who should go home.
It was like the deliberation just extended.
Yeah, I don't need that.
I thought it was fucking Ginger's a hoot. I like her. She's good. She's funny, everything.
She's playing a game.
She could not pick Raja's brain. She was trying so hard. And she couldn't get anything. And
I'll tell you what, that's the only reason why Ginger is not the top of my list anymore. I think she's going to win. She's not the top of my list anymore because
I'm fine with it.
There's a lot of machinations. Yeah. I know it's allowed. I'm not saying it's not allowed. I'm just saying I can see behind the curtain.
I see you, villain. You're not a villain.
No,
Ginger's not a villain.
Ginger's not a villain. Ginger's great.
We all know Scarlett's the
Am I the drama?
So, okay, we'll see you next week. Boom, clap.
Just play us out with boys.
I was busy thinking about